This is how you become invisible in Blox Fruits, and this is how you get to a secret glitched area underneath the map. These are some crazy Blox Fruits tricks pros abuse that you don't. Okay, so in the very first trick, I'm going to be showing you how to get completely invisible. There's literally going to be no particle effects around you, and all you need for this is Human V4. Once you equip Human V4, simply use your transformation ability. Then you have to equip the Light Fruit. Once you equip the Light Fruit, simply use the Light ability while you use Flash Step. And make sure you're in your Human V4 transformation. And once you do that, you're just going to go half invisible. And what I mean by that is you're still going to have the Human V4 effects around you. But now just wait for your Human V4 to run out, and once that happens, boom, you're just completely invisible. You can try stuff like holding fruits, and then people are just gonna see a floating fruit. It's just pretty goofy. Anyways, moving on to the next trick, this is gonna show you how to super jump, and it's extremely simple to do. All you have to do is head over into your Roblox settings and change your movement options to click. So this makes it so that every time you click, you walk to where you clicked. It's pretty weird. I'm not sure why anyone would normally use this, but you need it for the super jump glitch. Once you do that, you simply have to click to a distance and then dash and jump at the same time. And if you've done this correctly, it's gonna send you flying into the sky. Unlike most other tricks, this is extremely useful in PvP. If you can super jump above your enemy, it's gonna give you a huge advantage in the fight. So make sure you abuse the crap out of this before it's patched. Next up, have you guys ever wondered what would happen if you use the Portal Fruit's TP ability while you're in the middle of a raid? Everyone knows that raids are completely separate from the whole map. I mean, they're still like in the same world, but they're just really far away. So I'm guessing the Portal Fruit should work. But you would be surprised to know that the Portal Fruit does not work at all. There's literally no point in using this ability, which makes it completely useless for raids. So if you're farming for raids, I recommend using a Butterfruit because it's probably the best for them. Anyways, moving on to the next trick, this is going to show you how to glitch underneath the map and access this very secret cool looking area. And all you simply need for this is a computer, have Roblox Blox Fruits running, and obviously buying Flash Step, because that's how 90% of the glitches in this game work. Next up, you need to head over to the specific stair right here, and once you do that, tilt your camera like this, and then boom, just use your Flash Step ability. This is going to take some getting used to, but if you practice well, you should be able to do it. Anyways, moving on to the next trick, I got one of the most overpowered tricks. This is going to make your PvP life 10 times easier. You're going to be winning every battle after using this glitch. Everyone knows about hitboxes, but if you don't, it's basically what decides where you get hit. And in most other games outside Roblox, your hitbox is actually not determined by what avatar/character you have on. But it's not the same for Roblox. Your hitbox actually depends on your avatar. So if you have an extremely small avatar, then you're going to be incredibly difficult to hit. That means if you equip the smallest avatar possible on Roblox, you should literally be undefeated in PvP. And if you look at this avatar right here, it is literally the smallest avatar that you can possibly get in the whole game. It's literally one stud big. I'm not sure if it works in Blox Fruits, but you can get some extremely small ones. Like this one you can buy from the marketplace. It's going to make your PvP life extremely easy. You're literally going to be winning fights all the time. Anyways, let's move on to the next trick. This trick is literally going to let you spin around fruits, weapons, and anything you can hold like a basketball. And what you need for this is the Pole V1, which most people should have if you're done with the first sea. And if you don't, just head over to Upper Sky, fight this boss over and over until you get it. Once you get Pole V1, all you have to do is simply use an ability of it and unequip it at the exact same time. And if your hand is spinning, you know you've done it correctly. And now all you have to do is simply equip the fruit and boom, it's literally going to be spinning around in your hand. You can also try this with stuff like swords and literally anything that you can hold. If you switch the sword while having the Butterfruit, you're going to have a giant spinning sword, and this just looks incredibly weird. And this is probably one of the coolest visual glitches in the whole of Blox Fruits. This glitch doesn't have much practical use, but you can show off your cool tricks to your friends. Anyways, next thing I got here for you guys is just a pretty cool fact. Everyone knows that there's 3 C's in Blox Fruits. But what do you guys think is actually the percentage of people that have reached the second C? Well, I'm just going to tell you it's way lower than you think. Out of the 100% of people that have played Blox Fruits, only 0.6% have reached the second C. And if you're one of those players, just count yourself incredibly lucky. Or well talented, I guess. And the percentage of people that reach the third C is only 0.4%. And if you add up the numbers in total, 40 million people have reached the second C and 24 million people have reached the third C. That may seem like a lot, but when you factor in the total amount of people that play Blox Fruits, this is a very small percentage. Anyways, moving on, I'm going to be telling you about a pretty cool secret where you can just farm a butt ton of cash. All you have to do is head over to the third sea in the haunted castle. If you head all the way up here, you're going to notice that there's 3 diamond chests. And the fastest way to get up here is actually just using the light fruit. You can literally zip up there. Once you collect these chests, since it's 3 diamond chests, you're going to get 8 to 12,000 belly for each chest. And if you just server hop this method, do it over and over, you're going to get like 10 million cash in no time. And if you have double money, you're going to be farming the belly twice as efficiently. It's very overpowered. Speaking of chests, I'm going to be telling you guys about every single chest in Blox Fruits, and a lot of you guys might have not known. Now, I literally didn't know before I did research for this. So the very first chest we got here is the silver chest. It's pretty basic. It gives you around 400 bucks in the first sea, 1,000 in the second, and 1,600 in the third. Then we got the golden chest. It gives you around 1,000 belly in the first sea, 3,000 in the second, and 5,200 in the third. And this is something I actually didn't know before. The amount of money a chest gives you actually varies depending on the seas. I wish I knew this before. Anyways, moving on, we got the diamond chest, and in the first sea this gives you 2.3k, in the second sea 7k, and in the third sea 12k. Next up, we got the Mirage chest, which looks exactly like the diamond chest, but it spawns on the Mirage Island, and this one gives you 8 to 12,000. We also got a pretty cool chest called the Fragment chest, which you can also find on the Mirage Island, which gives you around 100 to 200 fragments. Next up, we got a chest that I literally didn't even know existed. It used to be in the game during the Halloween event 2023, and this is called the Curse chest that has this pretty cool black aura, and it just looks amazing overall. And I have no idea what it gives you because it was only around during the Halloween event, and I don't think I was playing the game back then. Anyways, moving on to the next trick. This is something that's extremely useful, and you guys should start abusing the crap out of this right now. If you head over to the Blox Fruit dealer and you type in chat sub to hands on YT, then you roll a fruit, you get a guaranteed legendary fruit. Anyways, next trick is about this phoenix fruit, and this isn't really a trick, it's just a pretty cool fact that I observed. If you take a close look at the phoenix fruit, it actually has only one eye, which doesn't make sense because phoenixes are supposed to have two eyes, and the fruit in the anime also does have two eyes. It's just a pretty interesting glitch. Anyways, moving on, I'm going to be telling you about this cool sword. It's a scythe. I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of people with that, but a lot of people don't even know how to get it. Well, you have to defeat a boss called the Soul Reaper, and if you've never seen him before, you shouldn't be surprised. A lot of people haven't. He's not a normal boss. He's a raid boss that you have to spawn in by doing a bunch of special stuff. Once you spawn him in, you obviously have to kill him, and then you have a chance of getting the sword. This boss is level 2,100. He has a total of 260,000 HP and does around 2,000 to 3,000 damage per hit, so he's incredibly difficult to beat. So I recommend getting a bunch of your friends to help you when you're fighting this guy. Next up, I'm going to be telling you about the two best accessories in the whole game. First up, we got the Leviathan shield. This is a mythical accessory. It gives you 15% defense against melee, sword, and gun attacks, a 30% defense against sea events, 90% protection against water damage, and 1,000 health. And the other accessory we got here is the party hat, which you can no longer get because it was only there during the confetti event. This gives you plus 10% experience, plus 10% mastery, as well as 400 energy and 400 health. I'm pretty sure that this party hat is actually a lot better because it's going to help you level up much better. This is like the only accessory in the game that increases the XP you can get and the mastery you can get. But when you come to practical stats like fighting someone, this Leviathan shield is 100% better because it gives you a 15% defense against literally every type of attack in the whole game, except for fruits, I guess. Okay, everyone knows about update 20. It was literally one of the biggest updates in Blox Fruits history. But did you know that the reason they actually changed the fruits from these old models to these new ones was not for the reason you think? When the update came out, everyone thought Blox Fruits just wanted to switch stuff around, make it look a lot more child friendly. But that isn't actually the reason. The reason they're actually constantly changing stuff in this game is to actually avoid copyright. Because everyone knows that Blox Fruits is actually made after the One Piece anime. And if they have too many similarities, then One Piece can just copyright strike them, which wouldn't be good for anybody. Next trick I got here is going to help you a butt ton when you want to unlock stuff like Raise Fee 4 or literally anything you need a full moon for. All you have to do is head over to a really high point on the map, turn your graphics to literal 0, jump into the sky and hold an ability. Once you do this, you should be able to see the moon underneath the map. Well, I guess you can only use this during daytime because if it's nighttime, then you can already see the moon above you. But basically, this is going to help you see what the moon is like. And if you open up a moon cycle chart, you're actually going to see exactly when a full moon is supposed to show up. And I guess you can just use this trick server hop until you get a full moon. So you can do what you need to do with that. Next trick I'm going to be telling you is actually about the beautiful pirate. Everyone knows about this NPC. He's just a boss who's located at the third sea. But did you know that he's not actually located at the floating turtle where he might seem to be? He's actually located underneath Hydra Island. Once you try to fight the beautiful pirate, you're gonna notice it teleports you, and it's not teleporting you anywhere nearby. You're literally getting zipped across the map. Because if you glitch outside his box and you climb all the way up here, you're gonna notice that you're on Hydra Island. And that's it for the tricks.